Hey guys, I'm Kirsten. This is my first ever YouTube video. I decided to start YouTube after many years of considering it and then never doing it because I never thought it was right for me, or for a long time I was so worried I'd get made fun of for doing it by a lot of people. And then recently I realized, why do I care? Like, why do they care what I'm doing, and why should I care what they think about me? So that's what we're doing today. We're starting my YouTube channel, and you are gonna come along for the journey with me. So today I'm cleaning my kitchen. I have been in a weird low place recently, and my kitchen has faced the wrath of that over probably the last week or so. So I'm gonna clean it and probably tell a little story time along with it. But yeah, a little about me. I'm in college right now. I'm technically a senior. I'm in my 4th year, but I'm doing a 5th year because I don't know what I want to do with my life. I really do not know what I want to do with my life. That's also partly the reason why I'm starting this. So maybe this is right. Maybe this is just a new fun activity for me to do to get me back into the swing of living my life and not being consumed by what I want to do with it and what I'm supposed to be doing. This is just gonna be a fun little hobby for now. And if something comes of it, perfect. If it doesn't, I now have a new video diary of what I was doing when I was in college to show friends and people in the future. I don't know. But yeah, today I'm gonna clean my kitchen because I needed the motivation. I really needed it. My sleep so far this last week, trash. Absolute trash. Because, hopefully you can still see me, but I am a person that when I get stressed, I don't sleep. I stop sleeping. And yeah, like last night, yesterday I woke up at 7 a.m. and living my day, doing my thing, and I got to like 8 o'clock and I was like, I'm exhausted. But thankfully, I'm going to be able to go to bed on time, because the days before that was not able to fall asleep before 3 a.m. So I'm laying in bed, I'm watching my little bit of YouTube, as one does, and the hours just tick away, and I'm like, okay, it hits like 1-ish. Would have ideally liked to have been in bed, like, I was in bed already, but like to have been asleep before that, but I got a little distracted. But whatever, I turn off my TV, I put my head on my pillow, close my eyes, 30 minutes to an hour, nothing. All my brain is doing is thinking about everything you can imagine. I was considering starting this YouTube channel, so I was thinking, what could that be? What could that lead to? Will it work? Will it not work? Am I wasting time doing that when I should be doing other things? Or 2, if I don't do the YouTube channel, what am I gonna do with my life, huh? What should I do with my life? Is what I'm studying in school right now what I want to do with my life? And I have an internship this summer, and all I'm thinking about is this right for me? Is this what I'm supposed to be doing? Should I be doing something else? Am I meant to be working in corporate America for the rest of my life? Which, truth be said, not the worst thing in the world. It's very stable, there's a lot of opportunities, but thing about life is scary. The thing about life is scary because you don't know what you're doing. There's no playbook. There's no set rules. Something works for somebody, doesn't work for someone else. And it's just gotten to a point where I'm just like, as much as I want to create my own life, I really just want someone to come down and be like, here's what you are meant to do with your life, now figure out how to get to that. But no one's gonna do that. that's the point of life. It's figuring out what you love, what makes you happy, and working to getting there. And so if YouTube is part of that, love it. Glad I finally decided to do it. If it's not, love it. Cool, great. I tried it failed, I'll get back up. But what else? Oh yeah, so then it was like 3:30, no, I said it was 1. So we probably got to like 2:30 and couldn't fall back asleep. So like sometimes it helps me just putting YouTube on and like certain channels and just closing my eyes and letting that play in the background to like focus on something that isn't my scary little thoughts. But last night my brain wanted to pay attention to those channels and not fall asleep. So then it comes to 4 a.m. and I'm still not asleep. And keep in mind, I have to be up at 8 a.m. for my 9:20 class. That is like 20 to 30 minutes away. So I go to school in Chicago, and where my class, I live on one of our campuses, but we have another campus that's like 20, 30 minutes away, and that's where all my classes are. And I'm just like, okay, it's getting to a point where if I don't fall asleep in the next hour, what's the point in sleeping, because you won't be able to wake up. So the hour rolls around, it's now 5 a.m. And I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna crunch up being awake. I only have to be awake for doing nothing for 3 more hours. Should I have just gotten up and like done exactly what I'm doing now? Probably. Did I? No, I didn't. Why? Because I didn't want to. I wanted to stay, lay in bed, because when I am in a low state, I don't want to do anything, and nothing seems right. And so I continued to lay in bed. I got a little hungry, so I made a little food at like 6:30, ate that, and then I probably had like an hour until I had to be up. And so I'm chilling in bed, I'm like, oh. And that like crushing wave of like, okay, now I'm tired. Basically pure exhaustion hit me. And I'm like, cool, great. This is gonna be great. And I knew I should have gotten up. I know I should have gotten up and started doing something where I'm like, I should have gotten up, started getting ready, moving around to like keep my body awake. But that wave of tired just hit me so hard. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna take some deep breaths and try to keep my eyes open. 5 minutes later, I was asleep. And yeah, so it's about 7, somewhere between 7 and 7:15 right now. I wake up to my 8 a.m. alarm, and that's just like, it's the days of like, find the phone and shut it up. Just be quiet, get it to be quiet. So that's what ended up happening. And then I woke up at 11:30 and was like, darn, I did it again. This is like the 4th time I've done that. Not how late I was up, but it's like the 4th time I've overslept all my alarms and missed my classes. And I hate missing classes. Contrary to probably what some people believe. This is not the first semester this has happened to me, and it won't be the last, to say the least. But when I get in those little low places, like you all know, you've all been in those low places, just everything just is like walking around my apartment is exhausting for me. And so I laid in bed. Oh, and then this kind of weird thing happened. So this guy I'm like talking to, not really. We've chatted before. We've hung out once. We've chatted before. And he calls me at like 12:30. No, it was 11:30 because I was still waking up. I'm like, why is my phone? No, because I think I went back to sleep. I went back to sleep for like 15 minutes, and then I heard my phone buzzing. And I was like, who? I was like, why is my alarm going off? Not my alarm going off. It's this boy calling me. I'm like, dude, what? Like, no text, nothing. I let it ring because I don't want to talk to him right now. I'm just not in the mood because I am half asleep. And so I let the call go to voicemail, and he just texted me, call me back. Like, it was like give me a call back. And I was like, so I'm like freaking out, like, oh, something's wrong. Because if something wasn't wrong, you would have just texted me that way you want to chat me about, not give me a call back. So every single thought is going through my mind. And I'm like, we've hung out once. What could be this important? I'm like, he's dead. Like, he's actually dead. Not actually, but otherwise, how would he be calling me? Or, I don't know, other things. And so I let that sit for an hour, because you know what? I'm not into him like that. Be so for real. I'm not into him like that. And that's not like, we're not working towards something. We don't actively talk to each other. We just hang out sometimes. AKA once. And so I let him sit for an hour. I go take a shower and get out. And then by that time my roommate comes home. And I'm like, dude, listen to what just happened. Like, why is he calling me? Why is he calling me? What could be so important that he is calling me? And we're joking about it. She's saying like, oh, he's actually gotten pregnant. We did not do that type of stuff. But we were just joking around. We were just having a little giggle while we could. And so I go to my room. I'm still on my towel. I give him a call. I give him a little ring, and immediately goes to voicemail. So I'm still like, why would you tell me to call you back and then immediately send me a voicemail? And so I just text him, what's up, ? And then he texts me back like 5 minutes later, oh, are you busy today? Sir, this could have been a text. What? Like, yes, I am busy today. I actually have a lot of work to be doing that I'm actually currently stalling to film this YouTube video. Sorry about that knife at you guys. YouTube, it's a prop net, I don't know. I don't know if YouTube has those kind of restrictions, but, because they would do shit like that. But, anywho. So I'm just like, what do you want? Like, why? Basically, like, leave me alone. Let a girl know peace. We've tried to hang out other times before, and we don't have the time right now. I don't have the time. In my world, I don't have the time right now, and I know he doesn't have the time right now. So why are we pushing this? Sweetheart, why are we pushing this? But anyhow, so, and so we're just jibber-jabbering, and it's just like, he's like, I miss you, I want to see you. I'm like, you can't like, bro, you don't miss me. You want something from me that I haven't given you. And honestly, I don't want to give it to you. And probably a little TMI for YouTube, but for my first YouTube video, but I don't care. Why do we as a society care so much about this stuff? You know? Like, I watch other YouTubers, and like male YouTubers, and they openly talk about it, and all of their viewers, I mean, they're all probably like 16-year-old boys, but all hype them up for it. But I guarantee you, if a woman came online and started saying the same, call me a propagandist, call me whatever you want. The thing is, I don't care what you think about me. If you like my stuff, if you like what I'm gonna do, like what I'm doing here, like, subscribe, like, and y'all are gonna learn this really quick. Yeah, that was English, guys. That was my formal learning of English right there. You guys are gonna learn very quick, as I am really bad at speaking. It's because all of my thoughts on what I'm going to say run 10 times faster than how I'm actually speaking, because I'm trying to slow down how I'm speaking so I can enunciate everything I'm saying, and now it just sounds like I'm a robot, and I hate it. But all my thoughts run faster, so I speak really fast, so I don't enunciate everything I say, and so it all comes out jumbled, or I missay half the things I'm saying. But hopefully you'll get used to it. Or you won't, and you'll hate me, and it's fine, because you're just a person watching me on a phone. Like, we're not doing much different things. We're having parasocial relationships right now, so. But we love parasocial relationships because, I don't know, I have this fear of commitment and fear of people. Not actually, like, I love people. I'm gonna stop holding this knife. I'm gonna finish cleaning it actually. But I've been done dirty by some people, and I'm not gonna say I don't trust too easily, because I trust way too easily. That's why I've been done dirty by so many people. But it's just, until we have some sort of rapport, I don't trust you. And I should not have to trust you. But what was I saying? I don't know. So I'm gonna change the topic because I don't know what I was saying. Talking about people doing me dirty. Not doing me dirty, just a man that pissed me off recently. This was like 2 months ago. So I'm in college, so I'm on a few of the dating apps. Don't worry about it. But this guy, I matched with him it was on Hinge. I'm only on Hinge. Why did I have to think about it? I'm only on Hinge. Which I need to delete it. It sucks. It's ass. It's boring. Men are so boring. Why are men so boring? Men make me so mad. I really hope I'm recording this. Let me just check real quick, because I'm gonna be mad as hell if I'm not recording. Oh yeah, hell yeah. So, if y'all can see the setup I have right now, it's wild. It's literally 2 Yankee candles, a Bath and Body Works candle on top of those 2 Yankee candles, and the back support is a roll of paper towels and a giant glass bottle. So, we're resourceful here, because if this doesn't work, why would I drop money on things I'm not gonna use until it's worth it, you know? Y'all get me? Yeah. So, oh my god, this place, do you ever just look, like you know something's dirty, and then you kind of start to clean it, you're like, damn, this is really dirty, and you feel gross, and you're like, how did I let this happen? That's me right now. Anywho though, so getting back onto the topic, I matched with this man. I think he's cute. I'm 5'10", so not that height is a big deal for me, but I like a guy that's taller than me. Sue me, string me up on a cross, I don't care. I like a guy that's taller than me. And so we match, we start chit-chatting. He had something in his profile about wanting to travel more, and so I started the conversation. I think I liked him by saying, if you could travel anywhere in the world, where would you go? I think I said, if you could travel anywhere in the US, where would you go? And so started the conversation, because you don't need to wait for them to start the conversation. Be bold, be creative. Like, the amount of conversations I've started off of really good questions or really funny remarks. But so we start chit-chatting, and we start chit-chatting. The first night we talked was a Friday night. I remember this because I was home, because I'm broke, because I'm in college. And I was a little in the dumps. It was right before spring. I was like the week before spring break, so things were a little hectic, and I just needed a night in. And my roommate was out with some other friends at another apartment, and I chose to stay home. I was not in a social mood. I just wanted to be alone. So I'm sitting on the couch. We start yapping to each other, and after a while I look at the time. We had been talking for 3 hours straight, like full on like paragraphs of like just like our thoughts on stuff, just general thoughts. And sorry, I can't multitask, guys. Don't ever ask me to multitask, because I can't, because I want to give you guys my attention, but then I also need to think about where I'm putting this pot in my dishwasher, because it's very strategic. I'm playing Jenga down here, guys. I'm playing Jenga. It's like making a puzzle so I can put as much stuff in there as I possibly can. Anyhow, so we're talking, and then I decide to go to bed, because it's like 1 a.m. So I'm gonna go to, like, even after I realized how late it was, we kept talking. Gets to 1 a.m., I go to bed. Whole next day we keep talking. All the way, like, I remember one day, it's Monday, so we've been talking for like 3 days. At the end of the day, I looked at my like screen time on my phone. It says I had spent 6 hours on Hinge. And like, y'all can think I'm lying. I was not swiping at anyone else, because how would I have time to when I'm talking to this man for 6 hours? And I'm also doing other stuff in my life. And so it's just like, I was spending a lot of time talking to this person. So I'm starting to like them, because if we can just yap like this to each other, girl, like not many men can do that. I've tried. This man, I think, has messed me up. But we keep talking for a few more days, and it's getting close to the end of the week, and we're talking like how like it's weird that like we've been talking for like a week now, and we haven't met yet, and it's like we need to meet up. And I'm about to go on spring break. Well, I wasn't leaving yet, but my spring break was starting, and my roommate was leaving like that Friday. And so I was like, oh, like I could do Friday, like if you want to come hang out. Like we were talking, like one of the things we talked about is that he doesn't know how to cook. I was like, oh, like I love cooking. I'm okay. I'm pretty good. I know how to do the basics. I like to cook. I was like, how about you come over? We can hang out. I can cook, like I'll cook, like I can cook us something. We can just hang out. Like we were like talking about all these movies we wanted to show each other. We'll watch one of the movies. I'll talk about like we were talking about like rom-coms, and like I was like, oh my gosh, one of my favorite rom-coms is Crazy Rich Asians, and he had never seen it. And I was like, okay, whenever we hang out, we're watching that. And so I said either Friday or Saturday. He goes, oh, I'll come over Friday. I go, cool, great. He comes over Friday night. Well, I asked him what he wanted to eat, because I'm not picky, and we had talked about stuff, and I knew he was a picky eater. And so I was like, what do you want to eat? And he was like, oh, you choose. I'm like, no, you choose, because you're the picky eater, as I just said. And so he chooses chicken Alfredo. And chicken Alfredo, I like chicken Alfredo. I haven't attempted to make it in a few years, and the last time I made it, it wasn't very good. So I was a little nervous that I was gonna go bad. But I found a very easy recipe, but also gotten better at cooking since then. But however, so I need to clean all these. Yeah, like when I say I've been cooking, I just haven't been cleaning up after myself, which is not good. But so he comes over and we're hanging out. I make us the food. It is delicious, heavily impressed. Any other man would have fallen in love with me right then and there. And I don't have a kitchen table because our living room's not laid out for that, but we have a table, we have a couch that extends out, so we ate on our couch, on our coffee table, and we started the movie. We watched the movie all the way through. He loved it because I'm good at recommending movies, and Crazy Rich Asians is a great and incredible movie. So, we hang out. I'm not thinking very much about it, but it's getting late. It's like, oh, I wonder if he's gonna go home. And he's not leaving, which also partially not mad about, because at this point I like this man. So I'm just like, okay, so if he's gonna stay the night, I wasn't meant to. Thankfully, I like unprompted. Whenever I go home for break is like usually when I wash my sheets, when I usually go home at all, because I'm not originally from Chicago, I will usually wash my sheets, my covers, and everything. And since I was going home, I was like, you know what? I don't know how much time I'm gonna have this weekend. Let me just do it now. And this was like Friday afternoon, so thank God I did. Not that they were that dirty, but like it had been like a month and a half since I'd washed them, and I don't know. They get now like you sleep in your sheets every night. Stuff gets nasty. Like there are different levels of nasty. They weren't like stained or anything, but you know what I mean. They've been used, like they're used. I've been sleeping in them. I sleep in my bed every night. But anywho, so he ends up staying the night, and fun. It was great. It was cool. I was like, okay, maybe he'll go home tomorrow morning because he doesn't live super close to me. He lives about an hour away from me. Because like I'm in the city of Chicago, he lives out in like the suburbs. And so I'm like, cool, great. And then, well, he also knew this time that I was driving home to my hometown Sunday morning. He knew that ahead of time. I told him I can do Friday or Saturday because I'm driving home Sunday. And so, unless he had this fully planned out, which maybe we could have just communicated it better, I don't know. But he stays the night. We share a few little kisses. Yeah, you know what I mean. Nothing too extreme. And I'm like, okay, maybe we'll go home tomorrow afternoon or something. So we, like, for most of Saturday morning, we just stayed laying in my bed chit-chatting and, like, continuing to get to know each other. Fun stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, like, it got to, like, noon. I was like, I'm hungry. I'm a little peckish. So, and I didn't have much food in my apartment because I bought food for the chicken Alfredo, but I was going home for like 4 or 5 days, so I didn't buy any other food. We do a little Chipotle. Man doesn't pay for my food, but I know why he did it, and it's fine, it's whatever. But we go to Chipotle, we come back, we eat it, and then we kind of just like laying around. And one of his big things was like he likes being outdoors, he likes going for walks, because he's like he was in an in-between phase in his life. So he was living at home, and that was his way to get out of the house, was just going on walk, like long ass walks. And so I could tell he was getting a little restless. So like being a good person and knowing someone's interests, I suggest, I also like to walk, but I know how important it was to him. So I suggest we go for a walk. For just like a little bit. I can show him around my campus and all that stuff because he's never seen it. And so we go for a little walk. We have a blast. It was a little chilly, so I wasn't thinking because I was a little tired and kind of being like, when is this man gonna go home? Because as much of a good time I am having, I also like my alone time. But it was, no, truthfully, I was having fun. But, this is not clean. I feel weird doing the recycling. I'm making a mess, I don't care. So we come back to my apartment, we continue to hang out and things of that nature. And we watch some more TV, we're jumping around different shows because we're getting bored. And it gets late enough, I'm like, okay, he's staying till Sunday morning. Which is great, which is cool. But we go to bed again. We were watching, like, we went from like watching TV in the living room to watching TV in my room because I got tired. I like to do this thing called sleep. Contrary to popular opinion of mine, apparently, where I don't sleep. But I do like, excuse me, the hiccups. I do like to sleep. And so we go to bed, wake up the next day, I'm like, oh, the drive home today. And so I packed my little bag to go home. It's like there's not much he can do because, well, I would have packed it ahead of time if I'd known he was going to stay the night 2 nights in a row. No, I wouldn't have. That's a big fat lie. But so I'm packing my bag, and he gets a little, like, quiet that morning, but, like, I don't know, I just thought, like, he's tired or something, or, I don't know, like, it's like, we just spent the last 2 days together. Well, okay, so stuff I've skipped. In our little conversations we've been having, he goes on and on about how he's all excited to show me these, like, all these things, and to go on verbatim, he goes, I'm so excited to go on 1,000 dates with you. So a girl gets a little ahead of herself, thinking, okay, this man likes me. sue me. Maybe I shouldn't have, but when someone tells you they want to go on 1,000 dates with you and how much they like you, you kind of start to believe them. And so he gets a little quiet that next morning, but I'm just like, I know it's a little bittersweet. I'm like going out of town for a few days. We just spent the last 2 days together. It was fun. I enjoyed the company. Because like honestly, it was either that or I was gonna be by myself. So I don't know. It was fun. I enjoyed it. Like we had gotten to know each other pretty well even before he came here. So why shouldn't it have been fun? And like you would think if you wouldn't have stayed here for 2 days if you didn't like me. And so, anywho, I'm packing up to leave. I like tidied up everything I needed to tidy up because I didn't want to leave junk everywhere for me to have to do when I got back. And so, it gets to the point where I have to say goodbye. Like where I have to boot him out because I need to leave. Because I had a 5-hour drive ahead of me and it was like noon already and I didn't want to wait any longer. And so I show him the door, I walk him out, and after he leaves, I texted him like, oh, like please let me know when you get home. And he goes, oh, like of course I'll let you two drive safe. So I'm driving. I got that text while I was driving, so I didn't respond right away. And then 5 hours go by and I get home and I text him like, hey, I just got home safe. Hey, I just got to my parents' house. And so I'm unloading the car, I'm getting myself situated, and I haven't gotten a text back. I'm like, maybe he's busy, he's probably just busy, he's probably doing stuff, or who God knows what. And so 3 hours later, I was like, you know what, maybe I'll just text him and be like, oh, how's the rest of your day? All I did was text him, how's the rest of your day? Nothing. Honestly, no, nothing until today. And so, me being a little desperate. Well, because also we had some of his personal things I'm not going to divulge on here because that is not my place. Oh, there goes my good lighting. There we go. Things I'm not going to divulge because it's not my business to divulge, but he had some things in his life going on, and I was like, all I sent was 5 days later, hey, just want to make sure everything's okay with you, let me know if you need anything. I'm going to be back in, the day I got back to Chicago, I texted him, I was like, I'm back in Chicago if you need anything, if you want to talk at all, just let me know you're good. Heard zilch, nothing, zero. And so, yeah, this is why I don't trust men, because men are children, literal children. Or maybe I don't trust men younger than me, because he was a year younger than me, which I was already a little weary about, because I don't know, men don't grow up as fast as women, personally, not all, but a lot of the time they don't grow up as fast. And so, yeah, this man kind of messed my head up a little bit, because what do you mean I want to go on 1,000 dates with you and then ghost me the next day? What do you mean you want to show me all these places that mean stuff to you and ghost me the next day? What? I don't know. If anyone has any insight on that, I would love to hear it, because I am still confused to this day. Okay, hey guys. So I ended it a little abruptly. In the next, I'm gonna split it up into 2 parts because I literally filmed this for an hour and a half, and that's a lot. That's a lot for you guys to do all at once, and I don't want you guys to get sick of me just yet. I don't know. That's just a personal thing. But I'm splitting it into 2 parts. Second part will be up tomorrow. And I go into more things. I don't even remember what I talked for an hour and a half. there's a point in the next part where I'm like, I've been filming for an hour. Girl, no, you've been filming for an hour and a half. Like, get it together. Like, finish it. Like, I can't finish a thought. And I don't think I finished most of my thoughts. And later on the next one, I got into some random stuff. I wish I knew. But I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And let me know what else you want to see from me. Okay. Bye.